Welcome to our next solo playthrough and our next test of a solo system. This time it's the IKIM Solo System, originally created by Michele Esmanech. And this version uses the graphics and the refinement of Tannhäuser, as he recreated or built upon the IKIM Solo System. And the main difference, so there's a few differences to the other solo systems at play, but one thing I personally love about it is that there's a solo system or an AI card deck for the Reich, the Shogunate, the Matriarchy and the Union. Is there? I guess. And by that, it's possible to play against each other faction, whereas the Tannhäuser system only has Matriarchy and the Reich, where the Dan Manning system has the Union and the Reich as an adversary. So keep that in mind when choosing which kind of solo system you want to play. So the IKIM Solo System is different in a sense that you're still using the AI deck to activate a character by character, but this time a round depicts basically more than just 5 or in that case 3 activations, because the IKIM deck is using 3 cards per character. So we have the Schocktruppen, the Eva Kremer and Jula Körlitz. 3 cards each. Usually you play against 5 enemies, so you have 15 cards plus 2 cards that will affect all characters on the board from one enemy faction. And so you take those cards and you shuffle them up to create your activation deck, basically. And you will activate the character after character after character, alternating with your own, until the deck runs out, and then the round ends. Then the command points get refreshed, and a new round starts. So that means that during 3 activations per character, basically, you only have a command point value of 2. So you have much less command points to use in order to fight against this kind of system. Additionally, what's also in there is that the characters are, or the enemy is usually in an original IKIM setup, it would be 4 heroes of your favorite faction against 5 heroes or 2 heroes, 3 heroes and 2 troopers of the enemy. So the enemy would activate 3 times more often than your own activation, even more with the 2 additional cards. So keep that in mind when playing against IKIM, because they activate much more often than your own figures and characters, which somehow compensates that this is not an intelligent enemy and they will probably do also things that are not really beneficial for them or putting pressure. But for me, I never managed to win against IKIM until, let's see, probably until today. Additionally, the IKIM system also comes with different scenarios. So they play mainly the same. It's like you depict crates on the action and objective circles, and you mix in 3 command point objectives, one with 0, one with 1, and one with 2 points. But they are not giving you command points. What they do is they give you a penalty on your movement, so it's harder to take them and get them out of the main door. And this is the normal way of playing against IKIM. I tried this today, similar to the last 2 solo playthroughs, against the Girl in the Cage scenario, coming with Oksana's expansion pack, where she tries to get hold of those 3 different parchments, and if she's able to do that, she wins. probably we need to change the rule in the end, that we say, well, if she has all three, she needs to get out by the front door in order to win. But we see how the game plays out as a comparison. So what's also to mention? Yeah, well, one more thing. The enemy characters can't be killed. What they can, so if they, for some reason, move below the lowest health value or stat line, they become knocked out and they won't perform any action anymore. So what I found out with IKIM Solo System is to focus on one character and try to knock them out as soon as possible in order to get an upper hand in terms of how many activations you have versus the activations of the enemy. At the end, at the beginning of the next round, those knocked out characters, they come back to life and they will continue haunting you in the castle. If you are killed, so if you run below your lowest stat line, you're killed. So they can be knocked out, you can be killed. That's a huge difference in play. And usually in the IKIM system, you get an upper hand in the beginning where only 4 characters on that side start, but in our case, I will play against all 3 of them at the same time, so nothing else. And a new shock troop should enter afterwards. We will see how that plays out. They start already on the board, like this, and we will enter from the main side. So I'd say let's get started and see who's starting. Okay, we are going first. Ah yeah, well, one more thing. You can activate each character up to 3 times, but you need to alternate between 2 different characters, except if you're the only characters with sufficient activations available. Okay, so we are going to start. We enter here. Which path do we take? We could go down there. I guess I start as always with my 2 voivoids. So the stroboscope one will, where will this one go? Probably here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, being on the stamina tile. And the other one will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 here. I don't know, I guess I will go here, just to be on the board. So now let's see. Eva Kramer is the first character to be activated, and it reads, if an enemy is in her path, attack him with 4 dice or 5 if adjacent. In this case, if at least 1 natural 10 is rolled, the target gets -2 dice for the shock roll. So we have no enemy in our path. Otherwise, move towards the nearest crate and attack the first enemy found in her path. Then heal the most wounded Reich character in the same path, even herself. So we do not have crates in here. So you already see that these cards are reflecting to crates as well, because they're based on this scenario, but we will treat those objectives as crates basically. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. That's for Eva. She's moving up there. Okay, like she's planning ahead a little bit. I guess I will get in with Oksana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I will use her Vesper. She can only do it once. No, I will not use her Vesper or her Lucifer to activate the voivoids. Then it's Eula. If an enemy is in her path, move towards him and attack with 5 dice if adjacent. If he is not adjacent, attack him with 4 dice. Other words, Move towards the nearest enemy entry point, and if able, attack with 4 dice the first enemy found in her path. Each natural 10 counts as 2 successes. So she will move 1, 2, 3. First enemy in her path is this one, and she will attack with 4 dice and has 3 hits. And this one has a bonus of +1 for stamina, so it will deflect all the different hits. But you will move towards the nearest enemy entry point, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's Yula. Now, who am I gonna activate? I guess I will activate the Voivoids? Shall I not? I don't know. No, I will move in with Gorge 1 and will attack right away. He is still on the same path as this little one with his stroboscopic lamp, which is a pity. But I can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I see Yula and I can attack without a penalty from the stroboscopic lamp. So I have 1, 2, 3 successes, and Yula is shock roll 3 successes as well, and then he's doing 2 more and does nothing. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now this was Gorge. It's Eva Krima. Move toward the nearest enemy, and if able, attack him with 4 dice or 5 if adjacent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Won't get close, so she will shoot with her pistol, and she will hit 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. 4 hits. So, dear Rugen, 4 hits. This cancels 2 successes, 3, 4 successes. Nothing happened. However, no. Counterattack, no. Then, if movement points remain, move towards the nearest enemy entry point. So, she would continue her movement. Now, I guess this is Oksana's way, and she will activate and run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will spend 1 command point, 8, and grab the first parchment with my action. Now, it's all the Reich. Every Reich character moves toward an enemy or an objective in play, or a crate or an enemy entry point, whichever is nearest. Then draw a new AA card. So, which is whatever is nearest. So she would move here, probably here, blocking off the path. I don't know, this here. She is already close, but a rule is that she moves towards the next one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So she will move here, and this one moves towards the closest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he will move here. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jump here. Draw another AI card. All the Reich, every Reich character moves towards an enemy or a crate or an objective in play, whichever is nearest. Then each Reich character attack the most wounded enemy in his path with 4 dice. So, okay, I'd say skip the next Reich turn. Eva is attacking Gorge with 4 dice. So it's 2 hits. Gorge is doing his shock roll and he's negating all the hits. Then the shock troopen is shooting on the Voivod, has 5 and 7, 2 hits. The Voivod with a stamina of 7 deflects that easily. And Eula is trying that again. 10, 10, 9, 8. So the card doesn't read that she gets any special ability. That reason, so she just attacks with 5, or basically 3. It's 4 successes, and the Voivod with the +1 of stamina deflects that as well. Nothing happened. So it's now 2 turns for myself. Okay. I can't activate Oksana anymore. So not yet. I need to activate somebody else before. And for that reason, I guess I will activate the little guy over here. So Boardgame will be activated. He will attack with 5 dice and hit on a 5. So it's just 2 hits. Eva is, nothing is happening with 3 10s. He's trying his second attack with 2 dice. It's 1 hit. And let's see, nothing happens as well. So he has still 7 movement points. And he will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over there. Now, Reich is not able to move because it had its power move last turn. I guess I will go with the Voivods. Chop. And chop. So this one is moving 1, 2. And is attacking Eula with 5 dice on a combat value of 4. So 6s and more needs to be taken. It's 10, it's 8, it's 8, it's 3 hits. 3 hits. Eula, nice, 9 and a 7. So she needs to take a command point to not get a wound. Then the second one is also trying to activate and will attack with 5 dice, but only a combat value of 3, so it hits on 7 and more. Has 2 hits, and Eula, with a stamina value of 4, deflects 1, uses up the last command point. Like this. Okie doke. Now, back to Eva. What is she doing? If an enemy is in her path, attack it. Yeah, there is an enemy basically because she sees this Voivod with 4 dice or 5 if adjacent. So she attacks with 4 dice. Doesn't get a penalty, so she hits. Ooh, nice. Every 10 counts as 2 successes, so it's 2, 3, 4 hits from Eva. 4 hits. And with a stamina of 6, it needs only 4, it deflects all of them. Nicely done, little Voivod. Nicely done. So, now, I will activate Oksana, move her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over there. And she will use Lucifer to activate the 2 Voivods. So the first one will attack once again Eula with 5 dice, hitting on a 6 or higher. So it's 3 hits. Eula doesn't have any command points left, so hopefully this is a good roll, so nothing happens. And then this one will run 1, 2, 3 over there. And this little guy here is attacking with 5 dice as well, hitting on a 7 or higher. It's just 1 hit. Eula has a 9, So she shakes this off as well. Nothing happens, but he could still walk out. But I don't think so. No. Then Eula, it's Eula's turn. If an enemy is in her path, move towards him and attack with 5 dice if adjacent. If at least one natural 10, then destroy the target's weapon or hardware. Okay, so Eula is attacking with 5 dice. And with a combat value of 5, she has 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Now, a stamina value of 7. I have 1, 2, 3 successes. 1, 1, so this one is destroyed. Not really, because Eula, yeah, it is destroyed. The stroboscopic lamp doesn't do anything in that regards. Okay, now back to me. I need to bring this void somehow. Okay, I activate my last void. 1, 2, attacking with 4 dice against Eula. And 3 successes. Hopefully Eula gets at least a little bit. Oh, 3 successes, no command points left, so she gets 1, 2, 3 wounds. 1, 2, 3. She's on her last row. That's perfect. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he gets into safety back there. Now, Eula, again, heal 1 wound to the most wounded character on her path, even herself, then move towards the nearest enemy. She heals 1 wound right here and moves towards the nearest enemy, but she does not attack. Now, who's yet to be activated? It's Gorge. He can't attack her because the path is not sharing this. They're not on the same path. He can attack her, but only with a melee attack, and without any melee weapon, he would need only roll 2 dice. But what could he do? There are still cards left for Eva and the Shock Troopen. Good Bull Rush? No. I'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and 7 over there. So my activations are done. It's a Shock Trooper, and if an enemy is in his same path, attack. Nope. Otherwise, move towards the nearest objective in play. Create and attack the first enemy found. Then stay on Overwatch. Okay, the nearest objective in play is definitely this one. This one seems too far. So he can't walk through the door. Doesn't have a melee weapon. So he will make this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. And stay on Overwatch. Actually will not do anything good right now. If an enemy is in his path, attack him 2 times and with 4 dice each. No. Otherwise, move towards the nearest enemy entry point, and if there's an enemy in his path or within range 6, throw a grenade. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. I don't know if he would stay on Overwatch. He will stay on Overwatch. So, but I think the stay on Overwatch is for until the next activation. Now it's a Shock Troop, and again, if an enemy is in the same path, no. Move towards the farthest enemy and attack the first enemy found in his path. So he can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he will move here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and attack the first enemy in his path with 4 dice. Okay. 1 hit. And the shock roll is successful. Okay. Now, the activation deck is completed, so we will replenish the activation deck, or shuffle the activation deck once again. Then put back our activation markers like this and see where we are going. I guess the IKIM version, at least now, it seems quite a little bit easier. So, because it's built around this solo scenario, which is quite similar like this one, but it has the different crates everywhere and you don't know where the objectives are, so you need to run around and search them and they will haunt you or try to block off the entry points because you need to leave with these pieces. So, let's see. The matriarchy starts. Replenish here the command points, matriarchy's turn. Who am I going to activate? I guess I need to get out of harm's way. I will use Oksana and she's moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over there, but she will not take the parchment. She will use her glove to activate the Voivod, who will attack the shock trooper with 2 hits, and he will try to deflect that, and he does that, but then this Voivod will run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 over there. He's trying to get over here to his little friend and repair it once again, because if this Voivod dies, this one can't be brought back, and that would be a little bit of an advantage. So now, order Reich. Every Reich character moves towards an enemy or a crate or an objective in play, or an enemy entry point, whichever is nearest. And then each character attacks the most wounded enemy in his path. So, the nearest one is 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, he would go there. For her, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll move here. 6, 7, 8, like this, because then she can attack this one. Okay, let's start with Yula. 4 dice against Gorge. It's 3 hits. Gorge cancels 2 hits, 3 hits, perfect. Then it's Gorge spends a command point to attack again, to counter attack Yula with 5 dice and give her 5 dice using the last roll. So he hits on 6s, just 1 hit. Yula shrugs it off. Then it's the shock trooper who hits 1, 2, 3 times. He is deflecting that with the 10s. And then it's Eva shooting at the Voivod on a 5, has 3 hits, and the Voivod is 5 and 7. Destroyed. Unfortunately. So, okay, my Voivods are dead. Now, Gorge's turn. He will shoot at the shock trooper. Really? 1 hit? 1 hit? Yeah. second try with just 2. Now we have 2 hits. And the shock trooper reflects that as well. Okay, so, but he can now walk 1. I guess he stays there. Yeah, that's it. Then they skip a turn. It's Oksana's turn. She grabs the parchment, the second one, and then moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then it's the Reich again, the shock trooper. If an enemy is in his path, no it's not. Move towards the nearest objective in play, alternatively create and attack the first enemy found in his path. Then stay on Overwatch. Okay, move 1. Shoot with 4 dice and hit once. Shock roll. Okay, nothing happens. So moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's get an Overwatch, which is actually quite nice for him. Now it's... Oh, I'm down a lot of activations. That's really a bad thing. It's Gorge's turn. So he will... This one, can't see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and gets an Overwatch attack by the shock trooper, which hits 3 times, which I will block with a stamina of 5. Yeah, nothing happened, and then I will attack 5 times. Shooting on them, it's 1, 2, 3 hits, and the shock trooper is nothing happens. 2 additional hits, 1, and nothing. Okay. It's a pity. If an enemy is in her path, Eva Creamer, attack him or her with 4 dice. Otherwise, move towards the nearest crate and attack the first enemy found in her path. Then heal the most wounded Reich character in the same path, even herself. So she will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and attacking with 4 dice. So it's a 10. It's basically, I guess, 2 wounds. 2 successes and nothing happens. So now it's a rat's race. This Overwatch, does he stay on Overwatch? Stay on Overwatch until his next activation. Now it's Oksana's turn. Okay, Oksana moves 1, 2, 3, 4. Using Vespa, taking 3 automatic hits on Eula, and Eula is deflecting all of them. So she's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's bad. That's bad. The shock trooper. If an enemy is in his path, attack with 5 dice. So this will go away. And he will attack with 5 dice against Gorge. So this has 4 hits. Gorge, 6, 9, 9, 9, check. He uses the last one. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So shock trooper. That was the shock trooper's turn, and now it's Gorge's turn, and Gorge will try and hit Eva with 2 hits, and she will, yeah, nothing. 1 more hit, and Eva is also doing something against this one. Now, All my activations have been used. It's Yula's turn. If an enemy is in her path, move towards him and attack. Otherwise, move towards the nearest objective in play, or alternatively enemy, and if able, attack the enemy found in her path with 4 dice. If adjacent, change one natural one into regular access instead. So, she attacks with 4 dice. Oksana. Nothing. Nice. Then, next turn, Yula again, heal 1 wound. She's coming back. Then move towards the nearest enemy. She's already there. Nothing happens. Now, Eva Kramer, if an enemy is in her path, attack him with 4 or 5 if adjacent. Any natural 10 counts as 2 successes. So she's not adjacent, she's not moving towards him. She's attacking with 4 dice. Hitting once. And he is deflecting it. Okay, then next round. Order Reich. Every Reich character moves towards the enemy or an objective in play or a crate or an enemy entry point. Chop. Chop. Draw a new AI card. Yula. If enemy is in her path, move towards him with 5 dice. If adjacent, if at least one natural 10, destroy his weapon. If he is not adjacent, attack with 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she has an attack value of 4, so 1 hit. Nothing happens here. Good. Then next card, Eva Kramer, move towards the nearest enemy and if able, attack him with 4 dice or 5 if adjacent. Is adjacent, any 10 counts as a natural, that has 2 hits. So Eva has 3 hits. Oh, that was bad luck. So I will discard Gorge's medal to re-roll all dice. 3 hits. So this cancels 2, this cancels another one. Nothing happens. Ooh. Luckily. And the shock trooper. If an enemy is in his path, attack him 2 times with 4 dice each time. So will attack, let's see who he will attack, Gorge or Oksana. 1 and 5 is Oksana, higher is Gorge, so he will attack Gorge with 1 hit. And he deflects it. Second attack, 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's deflected. Okay. Phew. I survived. I didn't think that. Now the round is over. We are replenishing the combat. So as you see, all these dice rolling, not even 1 command point has been used. But this will probably change in a minute. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see who's going to start. Okay. Luckily, it's me. Oksana will try to bull rush the shock trooper. 1, I increase the shock trooper's her stamina by 1, so she has 6. And she has 2 successes. And the shock trooper with a stamina of 5 has 2 successes. So he can counter attack for free with 2 hits. And she can eight and 7. Okay, nothing happens. This 1, 2. What shall I do? What shall I do? 1, 2, 3. Attacking with Whisper. 3 automatic hits through the shock trooper. And it at least uses up 1 command point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see. Who's first? Yula, if an enemy is in her path. Nope. Move towards the nearest enemy entry point and if able attack with 4 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she will attack with 4 dice. A 10 counts as 2, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes. Oksana. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one. Pooh, that was close. That was really, really close. So, Yula's first activation. Now, Guage's turn. He will shoot. He will first shoot at Eva. She's easier to kill, probably. 8 and 9. Just 2 hits, and she. And her second attack, nothing. Okay. That's it. Eva, move towards the nearest enemy and if able attacking with 5 dice. Any natural 10 counts as a 2. 2 successes. So she hits with a 5 just once. Yeah, nothing. Then it's Oksana's turn. So she moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and grabs the last parchment. And this is, as you see, the thing that I said in the beginning of the video, we tried to get out of this one. Because otherwise it would be too easy. She moves 1 more. Then it's a shock troop. If an enemy is in the same path, attack with 5 dice. So as you see, as long as he survives, he's more or less pulling both enemies towards him. So it's 3 successes. 1, 2, and no command point, so he gets his first wound. Now, it's his activation, his second one. Let's get on. Eva, you need to get knocked out at least. So it's 2 hits, just 2 hits. And with a stamina of 4, she just deflects 1, so she uses up her last command point. Now he's trying once again, 2 hits with 2 dice. And everything is okay. 10 and an 8. Now, Eva, if an enemy is in a path, attack him with 5 dice. Any natural 10 counts as 2 successes. So it's on a 5, it's just 1 hit. Stamina of, still a stamina of 5, nothing happens. So now it's her last turn. So she, will she survive it? I hope so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's Yula. Enemy, she's in her path. Move towards him and attack with 5 dice. 1, 2. Any natural 10 destroys her biggest equipment. Okay, so Vesper is destroyed. She has 1, 2 hits. And she has a stamina of 4. 1, 2 hits. Okay. Whew. Now that's a question. All the Reich, every Reich character moves toward an enemy or objective in play or a crate or an enemy entry point. So now for that reason, I would say personally that they will move closer to Oksana because she's trying to get away and they don't care about Gorge, making it harder for myself, but also a little bit more interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6. He can attack. Then draw another card. The Shock Trooper is attacking 2 times with 4 dice. First one, it's a 6 and a 10, 2 hits. Oksana, a 6 and an 8, perfect. Second attack, 3 hits with the Shock Trooper, and Oksana has A6 shakes off 1 wound and gets to 1, 2. So she's on her last line. I don't think that she will make it. Every Reich character move towards an enemy or a crate or an objective in play or enemy entry point, whichever is nearest. Then each Reich character attack the most wounded enemy. Ah no, it's my turn before that. So it's him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shooting Eula in the back. With 5s. 1, 2, 3 hits. And nothing happens. Second attack against Eula. It's 1 hit and also 9, 9, 9, 4. The dice are not in my favor. Now, are the right closest enemy. So we are all together. Eva is attacking Oksana. 4 hits. And Oksana 7, 8, 5. It's over. Close before she tries to squeeze out. With her next activation, she dies. She had 1 more activation and she would have made it out, but in that sense, unfortunately not. So I hope you see the differences, have seen the differences between the IKIM system or how the IKIM system works. Basically, what I just realized is it doesn't work that good on this kind of scenario. It's probably more interesting and a little bit more dynamic in the traditional IKIM scenarios, where you need to find the command points, locate them and carry them out. In that regards, I personally love the TSS and TSS best. Yeah, but this is some sort of experimentation on which kind of solar system you want to use. You can find the IKIM system and the Tannhäuser system on Boardgame Geek, and Dan Manning systems, you would need to contact him directly in order to get the files in order for you to use. But as I said in my initial video, the Dan Manning's solar system, he is trying to find a way on where he can upload it, and hopefully he will do so more people can start playing Tannhäuser Solo as well. I find it highly interesting. It is a fun game and I still get a lot of excitement out of that when I'm playing this game, and I'm looking forward to dive deeper into the other factions. Thank you so much. Have a nice evening, nice afternoon, whatever time it is where you are, and thank you for watching. Bye.